Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Norse Dwarf playthrough as Kraka Drak using Cataph's Norse Dwarfs mod, which is linked in the comments, guys. And well, as you can probably guess from my positioning, we have been attacking Norska over here. We are still at war with these guys here, but I'm trying to use my allies to keep them a bit busy because I don't really want to be having to defend there while we're dealing with this. We do need to deal with them at some point. Now, let's just work out where we are, because I've been doing quite a few things. I had a busy weekend, so we've got my big set-up army there, which could be better, but it's good for the moment, and we've got my medium army there. Can I actually recruit at all here? No. Oh, and I do need to check something for one of... Oh, I can't. So I've been asked to check whether the Norscan things still get frenzy, and they do. Well, they don't, but the cavalry. Oh no. Yeah, so they do still get the rage mechanic. So as they fight longer, they get extra resistance, extra attack, which is really good. It's not the frenzy mechanic, which I thought they had, but never mind. This is what I really want to get up to. I want to get up to Wardbeards and Huskars. Are the Stormbeards and Stormbeards, because they are obviously tough. But I don't think we're going to get to them anytime too soon anyway. Other than potentially, you know, up here we might get to them relatively soon. What's the next? So we need 10 turns for that growth. Actually, see, unfortunately need the public order here, otherwise I'd push this one straight into growth. I'm going to do that for a bit, get the extra growth out to try and level me quicker. Because actually having that extra growth is not a small thing for me. That would have give me quite a big buff. And is well worth doing. Now we're holding where we've got at the moment. This isn't necessarily going to just be one single war versus Norska. I'm tempted from Doomkeep. I'm tempted to hold Doomkeep and just do some raids from here. So I might hit Naglafari Plain, but I might not actually take it because I can't really afford to be holding extra territories at the moment. Yes, you can have a military alliance. As he is almost certainly a really good ally to have here. Though I don't necessarily want him taking any territory. It's a tricky one, because I do want to keep the pressure on. But also I want to have time to consolidate what I've got and potentially build up behind me. Because that is the downside of attacking through Norska. There is so much corruption, holding territory becomes difficult. And ideally, one region at a time. We've just consolidated one region and taken one thing in another. And realistically, that's probably a good start. I think we've taken 3 provinces, or 3 regions. 3 provinces in across 2 regions, giving us a whole region. I can't remember which way around it is, if the whole thing's a province or a region, but you know what I mean, I hope. Otherwise I've really confused you. We've taken 3 settlements and 1 region, province, whatever it's called. Let's find out. Empire in Flames. Ooh. The manlings of Sidmar come pleading to us. Give them fire. Why wouldn't I? I'm sorry, my friends.
Moving. Onward.
Hang on, can he not actually attack the set? Oh.
It is time.
Yeah, he does. There we go. And we get the Oath Gold and we get the money. And I get to disband him now before they retaliate and cause another grudge. And they will not have a grudge against me, which isn't good.
And on the oath.
Not going to give them military access. Unfortunately, they are kind of stuck away.
Lord of
Oh, let's see if we can get some more trade going. Not yet. Okay, that'll do for now.
What?
Hmm.
Let us settle this.
It's not worth sacking. It is worth sacking because I can cause rebellions within their territory, and we're going to fall straight back because it's a different region. So this is the province region, and these are the settlements within it. I'm trying to remember the way around. What does it say in the help? So yeah, this is the province overview panel, and these are the little regions. So obviously we've got Doomkeep here, which is our forward base. I am tempted to get this because these guys are very good. And having some forward guys, I wish we could get some mages in here because that would be a little OP. But technically, Norse could get mages. I mean, I'm gonna be able to get some cav into my armies, which also feels a little wrong. How are we doing on the corruption front? We are burning it off, but that will burn it off quicker. First thing first, I want to start leveling that up. So Longship Graveyard and Ice Drake, which is their capital, ideally are the places I want to take next, but I can't really afford to leave that army alone there.
I've little time for talking.
They won't accept peace.
My anger burns bright. If you say so, beadling. I'll cast the runes.
Yes, that's what we'll do.
Vengeful rune.
The dwarfs are going to sea, and we're going to sail up here. Now this is a bit of a risk. I may need to zerg back to Featherport. Featherport does have a reasonable garrison. Not the best garrison, but I am going to get a law. No, I'm not going to leave that for the moment. We're going to keep an eye on these guys and see what they do. So Cromson has leveled up as well. Oh, Kingsguard. It isn't useful so yet, but you know, 5% for Lords embedded and this extra charge bonus, meh. But this one, passive ability frenzy and extra while fighting Norse guns, which is what we're doing at the moment, so that is still very good. We are still pushing up there as well. Okay. Which one next? Melee defense. Again, I'm not really that fussed by charge bonuses because it doesn't give us a huge... With dwarfs, we don't charge things. See, I want that first because that's versus everything. That said, the Ruinous Grudge is still very useful. Let's make him harder to hit though. Lower their chance to actually hit me.
Thirst for war.
I'm not going to settle there because it's too hard for us to settle. I was tempted for a second to go settle there. If I could see stuff over here which was destroyed, I might. There's been beast men down here. Route marcher for you, and let's end turn. So things are going reasonably well at the moment. I'm quite happy with that. The Wanderers didn't seem to do anything there. That's good. If they want to just hold in their current position, I mean, I guess the trick with them is they want to attack, but at the same time they want to hold. So they are in a bit of a tricky position. Didn't realise I'd hidden my map. And these guys, obviously there's the chaos up there who they're all fighting. No. I don't want to give you guys military access to walk through me and attack the settlements I want to take. That would be foolish of me. So we're doing an amphibious assault around to the longship graveyard. And again, we do need to be doing some renaming here. In fact, I'm sorry, you've just lost my sound because I'm opening up my Discord to get some name requests out for some of these settlements. If you do want to request a name, guys, jump over to my Discord and do that. It is actually being done in the Lord name request, so...
Let us begin. Moving. Forwards. I'm ready. Master of runecraft. Casting the runes. Can I help you? Rune Lord. Let us begin. Thirsts for war.
Oh god, I just muted myself. I apologise for that, guys. I'll have to double check when this comes out to check how long I was muted for. Sorry, I was just explaining what I was doing. So we're doing an amphibious assault here, and obviously I'm falling back here because we're having some public order issues here. Now I'm putting here at risk, but it's a risk worth taking, so hopefully we'll stabilise it by taking the longship graveyard and be able to bounce between a bit. Sorry, that should be Fundrak, not Fendrak. And I'm happy. What I was also saying was I was planning on doing some renaming, and I'm actually happy with my current name. So Doomkeep isn't a bad name, neither is Bay of Blades. Like here, Ice Drake Fjord and Longship Graveyard will probably rename some of these places like that. And Trollford, Serpent Jetty, Molosset of Catan will probably rename, and Vardcamp will rename. We will rename some, but not all. Okay, let's see how this goes now. And we've pulled back here simply because of the public order issues we were having. It's tricky here because I want to expand, but at the same time I can't really afford to be too aggressive in my expansion. I mean, what I really need is time to build up these settlements and get them. We've taken a bite out of them, and actually if I can take a second province in Longship in Icetooth Mountains, that will be really beneficial for us and would gain us quite a big chunk of strength, because we'll be able to start clearing up the corruption in their capital region, which will potentially even cause rebellions there against them, which would be quite good. What sort of rebellions do the Norskans get if they don't have enough corruption? I'm intrigued, because they either get Norskan or Chaos, but obviously Chaos, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. They're still holding in there. Nice. It's extra melee defense for Longbeards and other units. Extra charge bonus. Extra leadership for all infantry. Nice.
What? For the king.
Let's do this. I know that's there, but I want to take here.
For Karazanko.
I'm going to fight this, because I don't believe those odds for 1 second. If we fight this ourselves, we are going to obliterate them and take the Longship Graveyard, which will be renamed. Just looking at the names I've had requested to see what would work. Okay, this is going to be a fairly basic setup, as you would expect from me and my boring tactics. We've got Ulfar here, Grunson, ready to do his duty. We don't have as many archers here as I would like, actually, and I've commented on that before. I would like to have more ranged here. Now this time I'm doing this a little bit differently. My quarrelers are going to sit at both sides, basically ready to push out to the sides and get behind. I'm spreading my Longbeards throughout this simply because that gives them a little bit more flexibility. I'm tempted to do 2. No, we're going to leave it like that. It gives us a little bit more flexibility in our formation, simply because they all buff each other. Are they close enough? Yes, they're covering everything. Okay. Danger of having these guys to the sides is I might get hit. It makes them easier to hit from the sides. The benefit is I can get them out and around the sides a little bit easier. Okay. Let's spread my ranks a bit because the Dowie are very solid, so we can actually get away with spreading our ranks a bit. I'm going to split these guys into 2 groups who are going to move out a little bit more as well. Yeah, we're all still covered by somebody's buffs. These guys are going to hit the trolls. Let's take them off fire at will. Hit the trolls. Now they can go back onto fire at will. They can stay on fire at will. Let's hit those hounds. You guys can just reform a little bit there. Slam into them. Never mind, they got round. Okay, let's hit them. That is the danger of having them so close to the edge. You guys can actually fold into them. I know they're going to get hit in the rear. It's a risk we're going to have to take. Let's throw out your buff. You guys can push through that gap. As can you guys. You guys can push into the side of these guys. You guys can all hit them. You guys can you guys can hit them. Let's shred them with this unit. Let's hammer it, and I want to break the centre here. Ooh, wrong unit. Okay, that's perfect. You guys can actually pull out here. You can reinforce up here. Okay, you guys can hit the trolls. That unit I don't need to worry about. You can pull out a bit there. What are you guys doing? You're meant to be hammering into them. We're fighting well. My guys are holding the line, which is what we expect them to do here. We're hitting those trolls. They should be able to hit the trolls nicely. You guys I want to actually pull out round here so we can start hitting from behind. So we can get them behind. They have to do far more damage. Okay. Pull them up there. Hit those horsemen. Marauder horses next. You guys can turn and hit them. They should break fairly quickly at this angle. Let's just go watch this. As my guys open up on them, they'll do a lot of damage. Why are you walking at them? I seem to be getting dragged into melee there for some reason. Let's hit them quickly. You guys move over there. Okay, we've rebroken them. Let's pull right behind now. This is a bit more bloody than I was expecting, to be fair. We're holding, but it's A lot of good dwarves are dying here.
Quarrelers!
Let's start hitting the back. If I can free these guys up to support over here, that'll help a lot.
Ready! Go!
Again, you guys can pull down to the side here to start doing the same.
Pump the urge!
Okay, this is going nicely now. We're ripping through these guys from the rear with my quarrelers. You see them going down there en masse. That unit's doing fine. We've cracked them. They're both breaking.
Well.
No, let's fold over here with you guys. Let's hit this unit next. Finish this unit off quickly. Again, we're at a perfect angle here, so these guys are going to go down fast. In fact, they're already breaking, and we've got the matter out. A bloody battle, guys, but for the right reasons. You know, we took 222 dwarfs died taking this settlement, guys. I say that, you know, 1 or 2 units took the brunt of the attack, but our guys held, and that's what they did, and my Longbeards paid for themselves there. Other than that unit which took all the damage, that unit did a bit rubbish, to be fair, but we won, and that is the key thing, and they were probably matched up against these guys who are tough, who, as you can see, most of survived. But dwarf tactics, a nice, simple, solid line, and we let them break themselves on us. I'd have probably won that without the archers, but the archers just help, especially when we start getting behind there, 'cause it really is bad for the morale. Thunderers are better for that, and I probably should get some Thunderers in for my flanking manoeuvres long run, but I'm not a fan of them. I just don't time them easy. Okay, no. I want to capture it. Because that port is very nice. Straight onto that. Let's turn our tax off.
Armed and ready.
And we've leveled up nicely. I do like this as well. For ward bear, buff up various units. I'll work out which one of those I want later on. Yeah, let's buff up my quarrelers a bit more. In fact, no, purebred to start with for the extra removal of corruption. We're potentially going to get a rebellion here, but this army can always zerg forward when that happens. We are going to get a rebellion back here somewhere, so that's problematic. I hope it's going to be around here. It generally is near the capital. If it's down at Ward Keep, it could be problematic.
A negotiation. How
They're
about
still not after it yet.
Bring death. Who calls?
Will you
Greetings,
guys
stranger.
trade yet? Yes.
Empires, blessings.
101
Yes.
from them. Nice.
So,
Yeah, what
Do not
about
greet
you
me as a friend,
guys?
nor are we foes.
no.
Not quite yet, though they are becoming more friendly. This is the thing, all of these guys become more friendly over time. Where was the other one?
Protector of the realm, bow before the rightful lords of the realm. Fine.
There we go. Upping our income a bit there, which is always good.
First for war.
Let's pick up this island. And head this way. Extra 20% extra tradable resources from Norse artisans. That's actually quite good. So we've got that, which is also good. Extra income from trade. Extra tradable incomes is good. Let's have a look through this. Let's see, Slayers. I don't really have any Slayers at the moment, so that tree isn't brilliant. A lot of these things require me getting to higher levels. That's really good once I'm leveled up. That would be good if I go for the do get Norscan units in. Not so fussed by that one. Definitely not fussed by that one. That one I've got to get at some point just because. Let's work on the Norse artisans for a moment. And we need to do some renaming. So Longship Graveyard is being renamed. It's not an objectionable name, but we're not really we don't use longships. Okay, so we're picking the other person. Cold Rock Valley as requested by Irek. So blame him for that name. Okay. So we're good for now. They're not the most expensive armies, but they're still too expensive for me to get another army going. Just yet, anyway. Almost there. We can almost push out another army, but it's going to be, a few more settlements first, a little bit more building up. As I said, there they move. Now is when I want to be careful. In fact, now is when I just want to use the underway to get behind them, but I'm now in a tricky position because I'm about to get it. They've timed that beautifully, actually, because I'm about to have a rebellion.
Welcome, men of the Empire.
Yep. We're getting quite a few military alliances here. So the Brass Keep is still strong there. At some point, I might send down an army when we're, if I can ever get to a point when I can afford to, simply to take that little mountainous settlement for my own. It's obviously a very good dwarfish place. Let's see, these guys aren't keeping these busy enough. They're still building up, which is a little annoying. That could become problematic as well. Like I said, I could really do with forcing a peace treaty here. For the time being, just so I've got time to build up and consolidate. But that, at the same time I say that, it's going to be difficult for us to do. Oh, damn.
My anger burns bright.
Even untaxed. We've got quite a good garrison there, actually, so if they appear there, that's not so bad.
Thirsts for war. My axe thirsts for war.
Here we go. So we are getting a rebellion, and we're going to have to pay attention to where it comes up. That's simple, we just need to pay attention to it.
A negotiation. How about this? I let you talk, then we do.
Come on, you want a peace treaty. See, he's defensive, which is unusual. Sees everyone as an enemy except for a chosen few.
Do not hope to play games with me.
There we go, that'll do for now. That means I don't have to worry about my rear quite so much. Gonna get another warlord out. Use a smith, I'm not so fussed about that. Cheaper buildings, actually that's not necessarily bad to have in some of my new places. So Largs. Iron Pick, if you want Largs to be renamed again, you know where, guys.
I suppose so.
I'd like to get some Norscan buildings here, so we can get some Norscans recruited, because I do want to do that, because it feels like we should have that. And we can start crossing the sea here.
Beards in belts. Move.
Oh, I really do apologise that, guys. I thought I'd muted when I coughed. So I really do apologise for that. And he's pulled straight back, so we can go and deal with that rebellion quite easily. It's really annoying with him pulling back like that, because that's actually going to stop us. Then again, we can hold our current. If we can hold our current borders, actually, that's not necessarily bad, because we can hold our current borders and just slowly batter him. You know, build up and then get another army going, and we can slowly creep through his territory that way. So it's not the end of the world. It's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Being able to get another peace treaty would be the best option here, but you know, it's not always easy to do that. These guys will be really annoyed at me at the moment for being friends with them, but I can't afford to keep, or I could afford to, but having those guys at war with me from the rear is really not good. So this helps me because it means I don't have to worry about that territory. Oh, let's check down here. Obviously we've got that rebellion. Have I retaxed here? No, not yet. I can't afford to just yet.
Let us begin. Aye, grudges will be settled.
Let's march.
My anger burns bright. Lord
I'm
of
actually going
Valor.
to drop him for now then. 4 turns until surplus. Oh, we want that. That's a nice big chunk of extra income. And it makes buildings cheaper faction wide. Let's look at this wreck.
Shoulder axes like
And just start heading over. And this, guys, is where we're going to have to leave it for today. So we've not done too much in this one, but we've consolidated a little bit. Again, we're just going to... I'm going to see what we'll do next time. I may not offer peace, but I don't see any downside. If we do get a peace treaty here, I don't see any downside to it. I mean, ideally what I'd like to do is build up another army to be able to, and get 2 armies to consolidate on their capital here to take there. Because then it's, we're in a stronger position. And then what I'd like to do is maintain a garrison here while we slowly push around the coast. But it's tricky. Anyway, we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, once I've built up, cleared this place enough, I can leave it, not have an army here. That's when we'll be able to start pushing again. As always, please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments as well as the description, as well as links to my Twitter and my Patreon. Thank you very much for your time, guys.